I got a girl crush.
Yeah, I can see why. CBS This Morning co-host Gayle King is here with us. You know, as I was watching that, I was thinking to myself, you know, what are the factors that lead someone to have this type of longevity in a career like this? You know, where women are judged and black women, there's not a lot of roles. And I thought she seems so aware of who she is.
Very much so.
She operates from the gut. She picks a script based on if she gets chills.
How she feels,
Yes, and she doesn't want to talk about her performance.
Nope.
You know, she's just going to go do it. And did you get that sense that she knows
This is the thing, Anne-Marie Green, good to be with you. You too, Meg. I love how she says that every morning. But this is the thing. She says that she loves what she does so much that she actually balked when I asked about aging. She goes, you know, we don't even need to talk about aging. It is not a big deal. But go, Cicely, this is a big deal that you're 90 and you do this. She goes, why is this a big deal? I'm healthy, I love what I do, and I will continue to do this for as long. So she doesn't really focus on that whatsoever.
Gayle, it definitely got emotional for both of you at times during the interview. What was the biggest takeaway for you?
Well, you know, she caught me off guard when she did the latter thing about black women. I wasn't expecting, I didn't know what she was going to say, but it's the way that she said it and her face and when she did the hands and everybody, women in particular, you know, where you just felt you work as hard as you can and then for whatever reason it doesn't work out and how we take all that in. And she just doesn't do that. You know, she just continues, she perseveres. But I thought she said it in such a very powerful way. It did. It really did get to me. Caught me off guard.
It was interesting what she said about Miles Davis. Compared to how she described herself, that she talks about how she didn't drink, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. I mean, I thought, I want to talk about a polar opposite from the man that she fell in love with.
But Anne-Marie Green, she'll say, well, what do they know? What do they know? Which I also think, you know, because it was widely reported about the difficulties that they went through, and she's chosen that I'm going to speak about this and I'm not going to say anything more. But after all, she went, okay, Gayle, that's enough.
But there was true love there, it seems like.
And you know what? I think, Meg, there is still true love there.
It seems like
they had a very, very, very deep connection. And when you look at how Cicely has inspired others, you know, I said, is there love in your life now? What are you doing now? Are you dating? She goes, you know, we don't need to discuss that. We don't need to discuss that. But I like the scene that they showed from Scandal on the other network, but I watched Scandal too. Viola Davis said that when it came time for a mother, the only person she wanted was Cicely Tyson. And she was so thrilled. Talk about how she's inspired others. And she was thrilled when Cicely Tyson agreed to play that role. So she knows how people feel about her. She knows the impact that she's made. And that makes her very, very happy. But by the same token, she wants to keep doing what she's doing as well. You know, my favorite thing was at the end when I said, what does a Kennedy Center honor mean to you? Which I ask everybody. And what we didn't see in that piece, she was estranged from her mother for 2 years. When she told her mom, I wanted to be an actress, they didn't speak for 2 years. Her mother kicked her out of the house. Kicked her out of the house. She was very close to her mom. They didn't speak for 2 years. And I said, what would your mom think about this? She said, well, my mom and I made peace long ago. She had seen me and she said, that's my daughter, Cicely Tyson. But what the honor means to her, she said, it's like being named a dame. You know how men are knighted, sir, so-and-so? She goes, it's like being called a dame, and I like being a dame.
What a role model.
I thought so, too.
It's amazing.
At the end, I said, could I have your number and your email? Can I call you? Can we go out to lunch? I mean, I'm not kidding. I felt such deep affection. I've known her, but not like that. I felt such deep affection. I said, I want to stay in touch. I want to stay in touch.
Beautiful interview.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
And you can see Cicely Tyson and all the winners at the 38th Annual Kennedy Center Honors. That's on Tuesday, December 29th at 9, 8 Central only on CBS.